Blessings, shalom, shalom, shalom. All the glory to Kadash Jerusalem in the name of Kadash Solomon. R712. Amazing show today. It's an epiphany, another epiphany. All the glory to Kadash Jerusalem in the name of Kadash Solomon. I just want to start this scripture off with Micah 4:10. And I tell you, when I first caught the scripture, I was in London. And God was telling me to come back to America, and I didn't want to come back to America. So when I read the scripture, I was like, no, I'm not going back. And then I tried to get asylum, and I got deported, but, he brought me back. Let me read the scripture. It reads, be in pain and labor to bring forth, O daughter of Zion, like a woman in travail. For now shalt thou dwell in the field, and thou shalt go even to Babylon. There shalt thou be delivered. There the Lord shall redeem thee from the hand of thine enemies. Micah 4:10. And it correlates with today's subject. The first shall be last, the last shall be first. The New World Order. The order of Melchizedek. When I first, when I was studying the Bible, I found out about the New World Order, and what I studied was that the third world countries would become the first world countries, and the first world countries would become the third world countries. And, we know the Bible, and the understanding of the Bible is folded. So, you can be right about something, but there's a deeper level. Or you can be right about something there, and there's a shallower level. Well, here's another level to that scripture. Give me a second, see if I can find my paper. The order of Melchizedek, excuse me. The order of Melchizedek. I'm a novice at these forces. You see me wearing these vests and all this stuff. You hear about body snatchers and people reaching on people, and the Chinese are into reaching on you and taking your kidney and selling your kidney invisibly, and taking your brain even and selling it to other people. So they're into this invisible world. So the police know it, and they call it the know. You're in the know. But I'm a novice at it. But I've come across this amazing epiphany. The Nag Hammadi, R712, is mandatory that we read the Nag Hammadi. It teaches you about the 13 realms. The Messiah, my father, is from the 12th realm. The Nag Hammadi tells you that it's difficult for the Messiah to get into the 13th realm. I'm from the 13th realm. When you read about the 13th realm, you'll read that there's constant laughter, happiness, contentment. And I take it further with no wants, no expectations except for what's in the Bible. So there's 13 realms. Now there's the scripture I want to, that helped me bring this into fruition was, children are next to the kingdom of heaven. And, I thought about that, and I'm thinking they don't have no bills. They don't have car notes, they don't have bills, they don't have children even to worry about. So they're free because they don't need money. But it's a deeper level than that. Our forces in our body, if you count from 1 to 12 or 1 to 13, you will grow across your body. And this is how they teach it in the know with the police, I believe. 1 to 12, but it's the 13th realm, so they were wrong. They didn't count the 13th realm. Even the chakra, when you learn about the forces outside of your body, I know it's 7 chakras, but when you read about the forces outside of your body, they count 12. They don't count 13. Well, I believe they count from left to right, excuse me, yes, from left, excuse me, from right to left, 1 to 12. The New World Order, the order of Melchizedek. The Messiah said, the children are next to the kingdom of heaven. I'm gonna show you a quick picture of what I drew. And this is it, right? So what you have is, instead of this being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it's 6. Now when you learn about the realms of heaven, the 6th realm is the highest level of hell. The 6th realm is the highest level of hell. That means the most wickedness, the most corruption, and that's the world we're in today. So when I first put it together, I was thinking the 6 is right here, but it doesn't make sense. When you figure out that the children are next to the kingdom of heaven, that means that they're 1. They're next to your private parts. So they're innocent. Whereas the people, when you go to jail, they'll say the 4th power, the 3rd power. And depending on how much knowledge you got as far as in the know, it depends on what cell they'll put you in. A lot of people don't know what that means when they have to go to the 4th power or the 3rd power or the 2nd power, but jails actually tell you what power you are. So the 6th power would be the highest power. I'm not sure how high they go in jail, but I heard about the 4th power. The 6th power would be the highest power. Now the children are next to the kingdom of heaven. So they're 1, they're innocent. So the 6 is here instead of here. Instead of in the middle of your chest next to your heart. If it was in the middle of your chest next to your heart, they could reach over and cause a heart attack. But because it's, the children are next to the kingdom of heaven, when I put this together, I'm like, wait a minute. The children are next to the kingdom of heaven. So they're 1. So the 6th power is all the way over here. They can't attack your heart as easy. 13. So you go 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And 1 shouldn't even be above, they can't even get into your head. And then there's 7. So the 7, right? And the 7 protects you. When you go 4-dimensional, if you put a 7 here and you go opposite of me, the 7 would be 7 here. So the 7 would be there. So that would close off anything from any outside. Nobody should be inside of your brain when you go 4-dimension or 2-dimension. Now 4-dimension, you're covering all bases. All right, so we have the 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now 13 is actually heaven, constant laughter, and that's why I'm so important, because the perfect man is here. And this is an epiphany throughout the world. Even the Freemasons are happy with this. You can hear them talk inside about it. I'm kind of happy they're saying that Perez has figured this out, because these people began to cheat so bad. They were entering in on the 13 side, and you're only supposed to enter in on the right side. But they was cheating so bad that they was entering in on the left side, and that's where your heart is. And it was getting crazy. So all the glory to Kadash Jerusalem. Again, I'm a novice at this. I'm learning this. But it's an epiphany, and the world is a better place because of this. So pay attention to this video. If you know anything about it, tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend. All the glory to Kadash Jerusalem in the name of Kadash Solomon. You know the rules. Study, study, study to show yourself approved. Shalom.